I wanted to talk about and just ask you about like what is your approach in hiring
Mm,
now in hindsight, and also like first
mm,
what it was, and then what was your key learnings during the process?
mm. Yeah, I think when we were growing and building our reputation, the simple business math of agency model is you're selling hours, right? So it's a pretty linear business. The amount of hours that you have available is the amount of hours you can, excuse me, the amount of hours that you can sell, and supply demand, right? Like it's really that simple. And so the instinct is then to go, okay, well, we have no supply left. We have no hours. We're fully booked up. We better hire so that we can grow this business and make more money. And we invested all like profit and extra cash into growing headcount pretty aggressively. And having not worked in agency world, I didn't trust the people that I spoke to when they said this whole industry is really feast or famine. And in my mind, I went, well, the fact that we're new and growing should transcend the famine side of stuff, right? Because people are just starting to learn about us. So that's fine. We don't need a huge war chest to like weather the storm because like we're awesome. We're growing. People are just finding out about us. We're going to just keep growing like gangbusters. Very optimistic. And for the most part, that was proving to be true for a while, right? And we ended up being approached by one of the big banks to do like a small, um, fun little project, and we crushed it. And they then came to us and were like, "Okay, here's all the work we want you guys to do this next year." And they pitched us like 4 or 5 projects for us to work on. And we were scoping it all out, looking at it. We're like, "Okay, this is like minimum 600K, probably max 1.8." And went 8 months with them through all the legal of getting in the appropriate like vendor agreements, all that stuff, staffed up to fulfill it because it started like looking like it was actually going to be at the top end of that range. And 2 weeks before kickoff, hey, here's your new point of contact. Um, After one meeting, he went, yeah, I think I'm just going to do this all in house. So that worst case scenario of 600K went to zero really fast. And we had staffed up to do this. And being the ever optimist that I was, I went, okay, I'm not going to lay anybody off because we've just ramped everybody up. I'll just figure it out and make this work. And personally floated payroll for a while and put myself into way too much debt. And this was also then right as the economy started turning. So then we entered the famine cycle, and it just like really got into a bad situation. And it kind of all ultimately kind of accumulated to a spot where I had racked up a bunch of debt and needed to do some hard stuff. And in the same day, um, I had to lay off over half my team. My wife told me she was leaving because she had been saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this all the time. And I'm like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And I got a bill from the CRA for like $200,000 at the all in the same day. And that was a heavy day. Um, and so I think like the key message that I've had to anybody who's asked about agency, it's like appreciate, like hire slowly, like use contractors, like the cost, like yes, you can make way better margin by having full-time employees, but like the flexibility that happens with contractors is so important. And so since we've gone down to 6 at that time, like our entire growth has been in through contractors, and yeah, just building really great reputation with them.